Welcome to another edition of Ice Cold Questions presented by Corona. Jermaine Johnson, Ethan Greenberg. Jermaine, you ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right. After you take the first bottle, first question.
Let's see. All right. What are you scared of or grossed out by? Scary movies. I'm not really a big fan of them, unless it's got like a good story. But if it's like just scary for no reason, then I won't really watch it. And then I'm grossed out by I don't know, bad breath. I think that's like gross.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everybody.
Are you a big gum guy?
Yeah,
Mint?
I got a lot of gum.
Yeah, I got some mint strips in my pocket for that reason. I'm glad I put one in before the interview. So, wait, scary movies, is it like scary in the sense that they're almost too realistic, or scary like they pop out of nowhere and like it's like The Conjuring and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. You know, they're fun, I guess, a little bit when you're watching them, but then when it's off and you're, alone and, I got a big imagination, so.
Okay, so you're going down the rabbit hole in your own mind?
Yeah, then, I might, flick the bathroom light on and, go that route.
Look, if you're watching this and you're looking at an NFL defensive lineman, it's like everybody just doesn't like scary movies. I respect that.
Hey, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, me neither. But I know a kid who hates the movie The Purge. Have you ever watched The Purge?
I like The Purge.
But he doesn't like it because he thinks it's too real. Because he thinks there's a scenario where he could see that happening. But if it's a scary movie where people pop out of nowhere, he doesn't mind it because he knows it's so fake.
But that's why I like it though, because it could be like something that happens. So I like to see like certain situations just in case they do happen.
And bad breath. I mean, that's self-explanatory.
Right. There we go.
Okay. I respect it. Would you have a favorite flavor of gum?
Usually mint.
What was that?
Mint, cool mint, something like that.
Not like bubbly though.
No.
Okay. It's got to be minty fresh.
Yeah. I
respect that. Okay. What is your favorite piece of advice that you've been given by a coach?
It'd easily have to be control what you can control. Never let your emotions control your reaction. And I think that's huge, not even just in football, it's huge in everyday life, and it's a piece of advice that everybody can use. As Coach Norvell at Florida State, he kind of said that to me when I was there. So just that's something he's big on preaching, and that's probably like the biggest piece of advice that coach has given me.
I think you have a unique perspective because I don't know how many coaches you had in high school, but then you go JUCO, Georgia, Florida State. You've been around a lot of coaches in your life. That's why I was curious. Do you feel like what's the biggest life lesson you've learned maybe at each stop in your collegiate career, starting with JUCO, then Georgia, and then obviously you just mentioned Florida State?
What's my biggest lesson?
Yeah. Or maybe when you look back on it, you're like, that was the biggest thing I can take away from it now. Yeah. Maybe you didn't know it back then.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Because there's definitely times in everyone's life, no matter what they're doing, to not only want to slow down, but also stop. But just keep going, even though you can't see the light. It just feels like you're running in place. Just keep going and going hard, and stay down until you come up.
And now you're here. All right, do more questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
After you.
Let's do it. All right. Just out of practice, as you can see.
So you're telling me this is not your beach attire?
Nah, man. Believe it or not, I don't usually wear cleats.
Are you a slide or a flip-flop guy?
Come on now. I think that's. What do you think?
I was going to say slide.
There we go.
Yeah, if you're playing football, you're probably a slide guy.
I feel the kind of way if you said flip-flops.
Well, okay, to be fair, I'm going to out him. I saw your defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, in the cafeteria 2 days ago. Mind you, it is cold outside with flip-flops on. Jeans and flip-flops.
I mean, once you're over the age of 35, yes. I feel like you got a pass for flip-flops.
Okay. But what if you saw a fellow defensive lineman rocking flip-flops in the locker room?
I wouldn't call him out in front of everybody. I'd pull him aside and just be like,
nice.
we got to talk about this. All right, next question. If you can own an exotic animal, what would you choose? I go a lot of directions here.
You've thought about this.
Yes.
If you said there are a lot of directions you've clearly thought about.
100%. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? Who hasn't seen like someone or like a video on them videos of somebody having anxiety?
I think of The Hangover, the movie.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Got to be like a tiger, or a lion, a chimp. I think a chimp's cool, but I don't know. It'd have to be along those lines.
But it'd be like likely a big cat.
Yeah, some kind of big cat or like a primate.
Do you have a name picked out already?
I don't. I'd have to see his personality a little bit, kind of feel him out, then give him a name.
But you have a dog, right?
Right.
Do you have multiple dogs or one dog?
I have 2 dogs.
Okay, what are their names?
Maximus and Apollo.
And Apollo.
Kind of like the Greek kind of Roman theme. I like that stuff.
What kind of dogs?
I have a King Corso. He's 6 months. And I have a German Shepherd. He's 2, but my King Corso is already bigger than my 2-year-old. So
okay.
It's kind of crazy.
All right. So you have 2 dogs, maybe 2 big cats. Maybe?
No,
probably not together.
Not together.
That would be bad.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want that.
But did you just say you like mythology?
I do. I think that stuff's cool.
Okay.
And I like Greek and Roman history. I think that's pretty cool too.
I like it. Okay. If you could be an expert in one field that's not related to football, what would it be and why?
It always goes down like multiple avenues,
We're back to the rabbit hole.
Right. I don't know. Expert in any field. Oh yeah, this is easy. Musician. I'd be a guitar player and singer. Sure.
Okay, so if you could have the voice of somebody right now, where are you going? And the guitar playing skill.
I don't know. I do like country music.
I like where this is going already. You can hit me with Chris Stapleton?
I was gonna say Chris.
Nice.
Because he's like the Adele of country music. Like no one can just go and sing his songs.
That's a great
At least
point.
the same way. So either Chris, if you want to go in a different realm, I think John Legend has an awesome voice. But in the country area, definitely Chris, or I like Cameron Marlowe's voice.
Okay.
I think he's pretty good. But anything in there, but definitely an expert musician, guitar player, singer for sure.
All right, this is how we're gonna end. On that theme, if you could have, in this scenario, anyone's voice, music capabilities, and you have one karaoke song as that person, what song and why?
Gosh, I'm a huge music guy, so like I've wanted to be able to sing multiple songs. That's hard. If I could successfully sing an Adele song.
Okay.
If I could successfully sing an Adele song, I think for sure I would.
I love that. Like Hello from the Other Side.
Yeah, it's
like,
always
really
fun.
Belt it out.
Right, it's always fun for a little bit until like she starts running away with it. Then
You know the song Colder Weather by Zach Brown? Because
yes.
Okay, so it starts real slow and like, people belt it in the car, and then once it hits the chorus, nobody can get there.
Right.
So that's how I feel with Adele. Like starts out, she's singing lightly. You're like, I can get with this. Then the chorus hits and
yeah, it's inviting. It's
she
like
takes over.
come sing with me, and then it's like, all right, now sit down and listen.
So you would do an Adele song.
I would 100%.
Okay. I love that. And that's the great way to end this episode of Ice Cold Questions presented by Corona. Jermaine, appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you.